The results of this match and the match after this will determine it.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair to Bistork, he is a GPO champion. Like, he has won a Grand Platypus Open in the past. Fun fact, that was 2 years ago.
The weirdest GPO I think we've ever had. Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget. It was the very last GPO of 2019.
Yeah, the Grand Platypus Open, where it started off with Risky signing up for the first and only time and then getting taken out by Bistork and saying, I'm never playing this again. And then later on,
Azure, mate,
Demi
the shot
on
killer.
Demi on his 14-week streak, taken out by Azure in the semifinals. And right in the finals, Bistork takes out Azure.
Hey, there's a reason why we call him the hype killer, mate.
Yeah. And that was also when Azure and Demi, I think, made it to the finals so often. They were the rivals, right? Oh, it was beautiful. But speaking of beautiful, we are now on 2000's atmosphere. I'm losing my sight. I'm losing my mind. And I wish this player but tell me I'm fine. Here in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, our red Zerg player coming out from Vietnam. He is going to be representing Intensity Esports. He is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Kong from Hong Kong, the hype killer himself. He strokes all the beef out there. It's the Pink Protoss. It is Bistork.
And I do have to apologize. It is my mistake. I meant uwu MeomaikA uwu, not MeomaikA.
Get it right. Get it right.
Yeah.
Oh god. Again, for some of the people in the chat who are like, yo, hype killer, question mark? If you don't know the lore, the history behind this man, in the history of Grand Platypus Open, Risky and Probe have only signed up once each.
And only played in one match against this man.
Both times when Probe signed up for the first time, he ran into Bistork and Bistork shut him down, man. He just slapped him to the floor. Same with Risky, and after that, we never saw them again.
There's a reason neither of them played in any of these ever again.
I remember when that happened, Quirky went to Probe's stream because Probe was streaming his POV, and Quirky was like, I'm sorry. He was like apologizing to Probe. Sorry we put you through that.
That was great.
Oh god. But yeah, Bistork, like, he may not have any like big championship wins, but you know, he can take it to any player. Like, he's kind of, you know, he sneaks up on you.
Yeah, he can retire without winning a single tournament. But I think we're still gonna remember him as the absolute legend he is. The hype killer, the Kong from Hong Kong, the complete baller, proxying literally everything in natural base. My god.
Exactly. So we'll see how this series goes out. These two players, they can be absolutely insane. So far, things are kind of opening up pretty slowly, pretty standard to say the least. Bistork is opening up with a Stargate. Meanwhile, actually a couple of links snuck into the natural of Bistork.
Yeah, a little bit late with this Adept to come in. MeomaikA will confirm that it is a Stargate coming out from Bistork. Actually gets a decent number of probes as well. 3 probes for 4 Zerglings? That is well worth it.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was wow. Like, this is what's great about MeomaikA. He finds these timings. You know, he slips in randomly these handful of lings and he gets a bunch of damage. Well worth it. Bistork, now he's stuck at home. It wasn't just the damage that was done, but he also got a free scout off. He didn't have to send an Overlord in.
Yeah, not gonna be lose it to the void. I spoke too soon! You will lose at least one Overlord to the Void Ray. But at least it was just a random Overlord, not, you know, something vital, something that was scouting. If that's any consolation.
I guess so. But MeomaikA is actually supply blocked, so feels bad, man. And we'll see what Bistork is going to be able to pull off here. He is not opting to go for a second Void Ray after the first. He is going for this Oracle instead. We'll see how committed he is and if he goes for a couple more. At the moment, only staying on one.
I'm just staring at that production tab right now. I am It's been a while since we've seen a good triple Oracle build, or even mass Oracles, but yeah, Bistork does seem to like this White Ray Oracle into double Stargate.
Definitely.
And let's go Joey, and nice again.
Yeah, the Oracle gets into the natural, gets one drone kill. Meanwhile, at the same time, Adepts get into the third base. The Lings, they were a little bit busy, and a couple more drones are going down.
Yeah, fun fact for you, like Spores, shoot down.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of drones, holy.
10 drones in total go down. Even if this Oracle dies, mate, it's already worth it.
Yeah, more than worth it, honestly. MeomaikA is trying to rush into Hydras right now, but I'm not convinced he'll have the economy to sustain that.
Mate, I miss MeomaikA. I don't know if you remember this, when he would just go for these Hydra upgrade timings and just go across the map and just kill his opponent.
I remember those. In every matchup.
In ZvT especially, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Every time. Here we go. We got Hydra speed on the way. And I feel like that's exactly what MeomaikA is going for. He does need a little bit more gas. He's only working off of 2 gases right now, which I don't know if that's enough to really sustain this. To be fair, like, he isn't going for any other kind of upgrades on his Evo chambers, so maybe it'll be enough. Regardless, this is going to be very committed by MeomaikA.
Yeah, you definitely feel a lot safer with 3 gases, so you don't really have to worry about running out when you're going Hydras like this. But yeah, 2 seems to be enough to keep up a push like this. We'll see if it works out for him, though. This Oracle getting even more kills, Light.
Yeah, and it actually gets away with his life as well. Also, he scouts the Hydra Den, he sees it researching, he knows what's coming his way. At the same time, the Void Rays do hit the third base. Oh, they are able to take 1 Hydra for free, but have to be careful, the rest of the Hydras are here.
A little bit of a compromising position over there with the Void Race, but he is able to take advantage of the dead air just in time, and that's a lot of overloads. Look at how badly MeomaikA has supply capped. He wanted to go for a push, and now he's just been completely shut down.
MeomaikA, please. I think maybe he wanted to go for like maybe a creep highway or something. I don't know why the overlords are going out across the map. To be fair, everything is going out across the map. The Queens are already here. They snuck past everything, and we'll see if MeomaikA can make this happen.
Yeah, there honestly aren't too many defenses up right now. Only now starting to get a couple of shield batteries in that natural base. That Immortal is a bit of a questionable choice, but I guess he was already building it, so might as well keep it up. And Bistork is holding decently for now, but the Hydras are starting to get right into the heart of this production.
Oh my god, you know what? 3 Void Rays already go down. Every single shield battery went down as well. Overcharge will not be used, and there are enough Hydras. MeomaikA was able to hit this timing, and it looks like he should be able to just clean this up. Like, Bistork has no defensive position really at all.
I never should have doubted him. Like, Jesus Christ, that Void Ray went flying. A whole set of spins, but yeah, this is the MeomaikA Volt coming in with an old school Hydra timing. Hydra push, and it's actually really working out for him. The Void Race completely shut down by the anti-air that is Queens and Hydras, and the Lings just wreaking havoc on the ground. Bistork, he focused too much on his air army. What does he have on the ground? What did he have on the ground?
He had Zealots, and they're all dead, mate. There's only 2 remaining, and the natural is going to go down. GG gets called. MeomaikA takes game number 1.
I never should have doubted him. We thought this was the universe. We thought this was the universe where Bistork becomes a champion. But you know what? Now I'm starting to question it a little bit. Maybe I could still make it to the finals once again.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Like, Bistork, he was like, I love how much damage he was doing across the map, like harassing, right? The problem was that he didn't realize the danger he was in until it was too late. As you were pointing out, like, the shield batteries, they only just started when the Queens were already across the map. The Queens were across the map when he threw down shield batteries, mate. Think about what I just said. they were across the map.
Were already across the map. Huh.
Oh, God. And
I felt creep. Yeah, MeomaikA somehow really was able to sneak them around.
Exactly. And yeah, Bistork was just not ready for the push at all. He was not expecting it, and as a result, MeomaikA just took him down. Wow.
Yeah. And with such style too.
Oof.
We're going to be going into game number 2 here, Bistork's map pick, and of course, you know what it is, we know what it is before we even reveal it.
And now we're getting into game number 2. Again, we're on the romanticide. Oh.
Well, I just caught up on chat. Apparently, Konio from the SEA-OCE Open and Masters 1 Open, he's been spreading his his reputation outside of our events.
I love it.
Oh no.
Polish Protoss, mate.
Yeah, mate. I don't think I actually ever faced him before, funnily enough. I've been traumatized either way. But regardless, we are now here with what is potentially the final game in our lower bracket finals. We'll see. Hopefully, we get our ace match. But we will see here on Romanticide, LE, of course standing for Lovers Esquire. Lovers Esquire. That's when... What is an Esquire, actually? It's like a magazine. So you have a magazine for lovers. In the top left-hand corner of the map, swinging all the way in the top left-hand corner, the pink Protoss player, having a lot of momentum behind in game number 1, but all rendered inert. Can he not do that this time? He is representing himself from Hong Kong, Bistork.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red, representing Intensity Esports, already up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. It is MeomaikA.
And already, MeomaikA is doing MeomaikA things.
Oh yeah. We have a proxy hatch here across the map for MeomaikA. We'll see what he's gonna be able to do here. Again, this is just to delay the natural, I imagine. That's typically what this is for. I don't believe he intends to really allow this to finish and really do anything with this. Just kind of, delaying the economy of Bistork.
This is where MeomaikA here and says, "Oh, I'm gonna subvert your expectations."
Huh.
Nah, but it should be cancelled. I mean, he's already forced 2 zealots out. Forcing just 1 zealot out is pretty valuable. That's 100 minerals for a unit that's not going to have a lot of utility. Forcing 2 zealots out, though, absolutely massive. That's why I should cancel it right at the last second. And yeah, kind of dead supply right now. I mean, they're decent defensively, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, without that, then, it would have taken so much longer to deny this, and maybe the hatchery would have finished, and then it would have taken even longer, because then you would have to wait for the creep to recede. So Bistork did eventually deal with this, but as you said, he's behind. That's also why it's great that he threw down a pylon. MeomaikA, he's still only on 2 hatcheries.
That's very important as a Zerg player. I mean, he's still decently well ahead, but especially as Zerg, if you have the opportunity to just get even more ahead in the economy, you want to go straight forward, and MeomaikA hasn't quite been able to do that yet.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, as a Zerg, you would have your 3rd base. There it is. It is later than he would have liked, so both players kind of, hurting each other's economy in that way. We'll see if Bistork can make anything happen here. There are plenty of things to defend.
Yeah, not going to be able to get much done here in terms of damage, or even in terms of scouting. I actually only realized it towards the end there, but Bistork was actually supply capped for quite some time because of that pylon.
And yeah, in the end, Bistork, he isn't able to get too much damage done. He's able to clean up all the lings, and the Adept will be able to get into the main base to scout his opponent. Again, when you're up against MeomaikA, this is something that you want to be doing. You want to kind of have your eyes on him to see what he's going for. And surprisingly, Bistork is not opening up with Stargate.
Huh. Yeah, there's never a map to go Stargate on. You'd think it'd be Romanticide, but Bistork actually going with a Robo Twilight Council. Are we feeling the charge light?
I'm gonna say, oh my god, he's going for it, mate. He's going for it.
This is what I love to see. Bistork has some of the most potent timings with his charge all-ins. Now, to be fair, the Nexus getting delayed for quite some time, I think, is a pretty massive wrench in the plans over here, but we'll see what he can get done. For now, MeomaikA is going for Roach's Light.
That
Not gonna have banelings.
he will not have banelings. To be fair, roaches, if you get enough of them, they can do well against the zealots. Meanwhile, yo, the lings are actually trying to bust into the natural base, and it looks like they will be able to go past this adept and then slip in. Ooh.
Does get the full wall off Bistork does.
Thankfully, he is able to make sure nothing crazy goes on and things don't kind of start snowballing from there. And that War Prism, yo, it's on the way. Bistork, he's getting ready for it.
Let's make it its way. He's even getting a Templar Archives behind this, just in case he needs Archons.
Yeah, so if he doesn't kill his opponents, he can go into Charged Up Archon, which again is a composition of old. I've seen it time and time again. Very interesting that he's deciding to do this on Romanticide. I guess it is kind of unexpected, and MeomaikA wouldn't be expecting this. He hasn't been able to scout anything in the main, or he hasn't been able to see what is coming his way. Oh.
Which is why it's even doubly important for him to be keeping up this pressure, just making sure that there aren't enough units across the map. Is Bistork has to warp in back and home?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit confused because there's not a lot of gateways. There's 4 gates right now.
Yeah.
So you can warp in 4 zealots, and like 5 zealots are not going to be enough to really do much here.
That there aren't, and this does seem pretty dedicated. We'll see if Bistork is able to transition out of this. Well, he probably will, but will he transition well? Is a more important question.
Yeah, we'll see. The Adepts do shade into the natural. They do get a couple of worker kills, but they will get cleaned up. Meanwhile, Roaches are already in the main base to defend against the Zealots. Roaches are heading towards the 3rd as well. So Bistork, I mean, at least he is keeping MeomaikA busy right now, but yeah, hasn't been able to achieve too much with this.
Yeah, I feel like this is almost a Goldilocks kind of commitment coming out from Bistork, you know? He's not super uncommitted, so it does take a little while longer for him to transition out, but he's also not super committed, so he's not getting too much damage done. A little bit unfortunate, and oh, that could have been terrifying. I mean, it's still kind of scary. I mean, these should be enough roaches here to 2-shot the Zealot if without overcharge.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like so, even with overcharge. Jeez.
Yeah, the Zealot goes down. Sentries were morphed in, so they will be able to hold the line for now. But again, there's barely any army here for Bistork. He does have an Immortal, which is crucial here in the defense. We'll see. And he does have enough energy for another force field.
So MeomaikA just gonna hang back a little bit. His supply cap, so there's not gonna be too many reinforcements coming up here. But even still, there's a lot of army right now for MeomaikA, just waiting to meet up. Potentially flanking this army. He's setting it up light.
Yeah,
he's setting up for the sandwich.
He is, and the Lings, they get in, they wrap around everything, all the Immortals and the Archon. Sure, there is a War Prism here to try and keep them alive, but God, there's just so much Zerg on the ground.
Yeah, what use is them being alive if they can't kill the Zerg army? So many Lings, like, and not enough Archons, not enough Immortals, not enough anything, literally anything for Bistork here. All the Zealots do go down, but they were a nice buffer. You know, they did buy a lot of time. MeomaikA actually opts to back off here. I do think that he probably could have pressed his advantage a little bit and maybe focused on the Archons, but instead he does back off, wait for a couple more reinforcements. Now he's diving back in. Yeah, he knows he got pretty good damage delaying the 3rd base for quite some time, and you know, he knows how many Immortals Bistork's going to be getting from here on out, so yeah, doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks just yet. Oh, that's a soul warping. Unfortunate.
Oh boy, that it is. But you know what? Now there are 3 Immortals, and 3 Immortals, they deal so much damage to Roaches as long as they have something to protect, and a couple of Archons look to be enough to push MeomaikA back. He has not started droning up, he has backed off, but he is going for a Spire.
Huh, against Archons. Well, Archon. I guess the Mutalists you want to avoid. That is fair. Single your Archon. And I guess MeomaikA does know how bad Bistork is looking economically. Not gonna have enough gas to really make any more Archons, and gonna be forced to use his minerals on Zealots and the like.
Yeah, exactly. This army, though, now with 4 Immortals, is still looking really scary against the Roach army of MeomaikA. Bistork finally, with a little bit of momentum, he's going across the map. What is there to defend? Still plenty of Lings and Roaches. Finally, Ravagers are being morphed in as well. I believe he should have enough to hold on here, but a lot of it will come down to the micro of Bistork, to the War Prism micro, I should say.
Yeah, how well can he juggle? We're almost at a point where there's just too much to juggle, really. Decent corrosive vials does zone away the War Prism, prevents more reinforcements coming in from Bistork for now, but now MeomaikA is looking to turn the tables once again, and that is not the most ideal place to drop.
Oh god, no it is not. Nice force fields there by Bistork, and he's ready to force field again. Meanwhile, the War Prism does sneak into the natural base to harass the mineral line a little bit, just to keep MeomaikA busy.
Two Archers go down!
Ay.
And just like that, Bistork has very much lost his steam here with this push.
He's gonna go back home.
Very much turned up. I'm looking at this and it looks like a small fish getting chased by a shark right now.
That's exactly what's happening. Go back home, Bistork. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his War Prism. His War Prism is busy harassing across the map. Will that force MeomaikA to turn around? Does it?
Oh.
Does it? Kind of.
Half. We'll compromise. Oh, it does.
Oh my.
War Prism still continue to warp in. Oh no, just a bit of hotkey mistake here from MeomaikA, and this is a decent amount of damage. Will it be enough for MeomaikA turning completely around now?
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is key here for Bistork. He is buying so much time to get his third up and running, to get all these shoe batteries, to be prepared defensively at home. And now, as a result, if MeomaikA finally pushes out across the map with this army, like, Bistork has a much higher chance of actually holding.
He definitely does, but I'm still a little skeptical here. I mean, MeomaikA is decently close to maxing out.
He's got 6 immortals. I mean, the mutas are going to be key here as they are coming out. They will shut down this War Prism.
Oh, can the Biles secure it? No, they actually just kill a couple of mutas. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the War Prism just barely stays alive. The mutas have been revealed, so now Bistork is aware that he needs to throw down cannons in each of his mineral lines, which he does immediately. Would you see a switch into disruptors? But the disruptor, oh god, get to safety. Ooh.
It does, so I should make it a safety. Not enough mutalists here to really start sniping key tech, and Bistork is going to be holding at the top of this ramp. Purification Nova does not connect, and that was the only disruptor of Bistork. MeomaikA is well aware of that, and he is going to be looking to continue to press. Not against Immortals.
Mate, he's got 6 Immortals. 6 Immortals are pretty beefy, mate. Like, it's really difficult to push up a ramp into them, especially when there are constantly going to be force fields being thrown down, cutting up your army. Sure, you can bile them down, but it does mean there are a couple of seconds that your army is split up and it is taking damage. So MeomaikA is not liking his chances, and he does back off.
So what you're saying is, MeomaikA needs ultras.
That's no. I hope. Don't say that, because MeomaikA, he's gonna do it now. Watch him. Watch him go into ultras, mate.
That's why I said it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching him make ultra list. Nice pick up on the queen, and could potentially get the hatch. He's also a little bit distracted though. And there's actually not a lot of anti-air. Oh, decent split, but even better snipe here.
Yeah, he actually does manage to bile the disruptor there. That means no more disruptors with this army. There is still plenty of energy for force fields, which are going to be key here. But now MeomaikA has dealt with the War Prism, and now he can focus everything on the main army.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to bait Bistork into a bit of a compromising position. No! Bistork got a little bit too ballsy there. I get it. Took a massive risk and ended up paying for it. Decent force fields here, splitting up a lot of Roach Ravager force, but...
That's it though. No more force fields. All the sentries are dead.
Yeah. They're all dead. He did pick up the links, which is very crucial, but nowhere near going to be enough. Purification Nova going to be zoning out the army once again, but there's just way too much army right now for MeomaikA. He is picking off these Immortals one by one, these Archons one by one.
That he is, and now there's just so much momentum going MeomaikA's way. Like, there's only 2 Immortals left, only 1 left. Everything will get taken out here. Ah, god, Bistork, you know, just really not really babysitting his disruptors, right? Like, they just all went down to either biles or focus fire. Really unfortunate there. Like, disruptor shots would have been so good if they managed to land like 1 or 2 shots. He would have been fine, to be honest, but
yeah, couldn't quite get them. He did get 1, but yeah, it was nowhere near enough for Bistork to hold on. MeomaikA is just continuing to reinforce this point. He is just waiting to regroup. Oh, going back home. Went back home?
Yeah. He kind of, he spent a lot of supply there, and he was whittled down. So he does have to remax a little bit, but he's honestly not too far away from doing so.
Yeah, I would say that his worker count leaves quite a bit to be desired, but his army count definitely makes up for it.
I mean, this is MeomaikA we're talking about. He is not known to make drones. Unfortunately, as you said, like, Bistork, like, economically, like, he's not bad. He's okay.
There's a hit in the
69.
income. He does.
Nice.
Yeah.
MeomaikA
has 1 set. No, that's a different number.
Mate, like, with the shield batteries and overcharge,
Bistork could actually hold. And MeomaikA's not evolving. He's not getting to the late game, his late game tech. He's just staying on Roach Ravager, Ling, Muta. Nice pick up on the War Prism. So MeomaikA pretty much only has to focus on this engagement.
Yeah, like, this is how MeomaikA, I guess, wants to win this, is to be able to harass, deal all this economic damage with the mutas, pull Bistork apart, and then push forward with his main army. I guess that's the plan here, and it can definitely work. I do worry for Bistork a little bit. I would love to see, like, a second robo for, like, double robo production to, like, get out a decent amount of Immortals and Disruptors both at the same time. At the moment, he's kind of stuck with one, and we'll see.
Yeah. I definitely think this style of MeomaikA works even better if they're uneven economies.
Oh boy.
My Bistork, as I said, is missing quite a bit of production. Decent dodges on the biles, forcing a little bit of shield battery energy out. MeomaikA is.
Yeah, and MeomaikA, he's just waiting to sandwich. Like, look at this massive Ling army is ready to wrap around the army and just trap everything, and he's going for it.
Just like so, the Ling's pinned onto the main army. Decent purification Novas, but not great. And look at that light. The worst time to blink away. Every single disruptor gets taken out one by one.
Yeah, and that's the killing blow there for MeomaikA, taking out every single source of AoE, and now the Ravagers, they can just go free, go to town on these Stalkers. That is all remaining here for Bistork.
I just realized Bistork has a +2 ground weapons. MeomaikA is only on air weapons.
He's on 0-0, mate, yeah. He doesn't even care, mate. He's just going through this. Like, there are a lot of Stalkers, to be fair, and as you were saying, like, because they have Blink and +2, like, they're honestly trading pretty efficiently. Oh my god, can he hold on to the Nexus? He's holding on! Mate.
The Biles actually go onto the Stalkers. Meanwhile, this Zealot run-by is really hemorrhaging MeomaikA.
Yeah.
What did we just witness?
21 drones went down, mate. Yo, he's doing it. MeomaikA, he remaxed, or he made a wave of mutas, and mutas are not what you want against all these Stalkers. He is pushed away, and now MeomaikA's economy is crippled. It's basically one base economy.
It really is. I am in awe. Like, Bistork is getting the +3 upgrades. MeomaikA just has not been able to get the counter harass done. This is a game that started with a charge all-in. Well, maybe not an all-in, but a charge commitment.
Started with charge, which is odd. If you're opening up with charge and you're not going for an all-in, like, what the hell is going through your mind? This is what I would say. But apparently Bistork knew exactly what he was doing. And because MeomaikA is a little bit stubborn, you pointed it out a while ago how MeomaikA isn't really teching up and he isn't changing his army composition. Over time, it does kind of lose value. And that's exactly what we've been seeing. My god.
Just like a car. Huh.
Yeah, when you buy it, it's already like half the value is gone.
Yeah. It's halfway in the grave.
Oh boy.
I'm still trying to make sense of what we just witnessed so far. Like,
Bistork's winning, mate. Bistork is winning now. He's got this, mate. Like,
he's so far ahead economically.
I do not see a way in which he loses this. Like, the mutas, like, MeomaikA's making nothing but mutas right now, and mutas are a way to come back if he's able to, like, get into a mineral line, get into 2 mineral lines. But, like, I don't think Bistork's going to allow that to happen. He shouldn't allow that to happen.
finally went down, by the way.
Yeah.
While ago. Now it's started to be retaken, but it has been retaken, and I think for the first time in this game, Bistork is ahead in both in supply.
Oh yeah, far ahead, mate. Another Zealot run by. A bunch of drones are going down. The Queen is going down as well. Like, these are losses that MeomaikA can't afford, and he's being pulled apart just because he doesn't have enough army to defend multiple places at once.
So we should be seeing an ace match, shouldn't we? Bistork, his +3 finished a while ago. He is now pushing out with a massive anti-Muta, anti-Ling army. Aren't a lot of roaches left here from MeomaikA. There are quite a bit of Mutalists, but plenty of Archons.
Plenty of Archons, plenty of Stalkers. Mass Muta is not what you want here. What an expensive gas army. Everything just evaporates to the Archons and the Stalkers. GG gets called. It was
We're getting our ace match.
It was an apocalypse of mutas, but it was MeomaikA's apocalypse. It was it was his end.
Yeah, the apocalypse can apply to either yourself or your opponent.
Exactly,
here.
exactly.
So Bistork actually won that game.
Yeah.
There is a universe where our champion is Bistork.
There is. I said it before. It's crazy, but we could be in that world where Bistork is our champion. I mean, he's fighting hard for it. Like, he was almost dead in the water a couple of times there. But here we go.
We're getting into it. Our ace match. Winner of this will be going up to face Gogo Joey in the grand finals. Loser of this is going to be eliminated from the tournament.
Oh my god.
And who's it gonna be?
Exactly, that's a really good question. Like MeomaikA's, he's up against the wall right now. This is something that, like I said before when he was playing against Gogo Joey, but now here against Bistork as well. Like, this is not his week. You know what it is, mate? I don't know if you noticed. Papa Loken isn't here.
Yeah, I was about to point out, yeah. This is why MeomaikA had to resort to shipping.
Feels bad, man. F's in the chat.
Feels very, very bad. I cry, Everton.
Every time.
But now we're going into our ace match. And this could be the week of Bistork, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it could be. We'll see. We'll see how things shape out here as we are headed into that ace match. We're tied up 1-1, and this is MeomaikA's map choice. We are loading into Lightshade.
I fully anticipate queens coming out here from MeomaikA, and plenty of them. Starting to just move across the map, but we'll see. I guess the better question is, what does Bistork have in store as we load into Lightshade LE for our final map in this best of 3 lower bracket finals? In the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way to the top left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player coming out for the land of Vietnam. He is going to be representing Intensity Esports. He is a cat. He is a pelican case. He is a platypus. He watches pugs and also bodybuilders, but he is also a business person. Don't know if he's a business owner or just, you know, doing business. He is confusion personified. He is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Kong from Hong Kong, but maybe no longer. We shall find out if he can make the run of his life here in 2021 and finally take a championship. We'll see. He's here in the ace match, the Pink Protoss. It is Bistork.
Chips all on the table right now. This is the ace match. Winner of this will get eliminated and will be going home without a prize.
We shall see. We shall see. MeomaikA did go for a pool first, and he is making a wave of lings. 6 lings are going to be coming out for him, but it is scouted, and there we go. We do have the Zealot on the way for Bistork. So if he responds correctly, which so far he is, he should be okay against these lings.
Yeah, 6 lings is a little bit more than typical coming up from Zerg player. So MeomaikA is definitely looking to get a little bit of pressure done in addition to the scouting.
Oh boy, that he is. Meanwhile, the wall is done. The Zealot does pop out. We even have a probe here, ready and waiting to throw down a pylon if he needs to. And with this wall, Bistork should be fine. Again, MeomaikA, though, he was able to achieve the fact that the Zealot was forced out, right? They'll delay a couple of things. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for MeomaikA to get too much more damage.
And I just got to reevaluate how does he want to approach this. Both players looking to be pretty active with their scouting. Again, they're some of the trickiest players in Grand Platypus Open.
Yeah. Bistork, he has his probe hidden, he's ready, and it looks like he's trying to slip into the main base, and he will. There's nothing to see, but if there was, he'd see it.
Well, at least he sees nothing.
Exactly. There's a difference between, you know, being a player like StarCraft and being blind and, you know, seeing nothing.
See, I thought you were going to say there's a difference between seeing nothing and not seeing anything, but no, you went just straight for it. You just went straight for it.
Oh god,
you went straight for the Funara.
I love you, Starduck. Oh god, and here we go.
Here.
Yeah, the probe. Yeah, the probe is sneaking here on the bottom left-hand corner of the map. We'll see if Bistork does something with it. Would you see the Stargate opener for Bistork? So it's not like there's gonna be like a hidden dark shrine or anything crazy like that.
Unless
he would be insane. I would have to like
he is insane though. Like
I would have to call medical services in Hong Kong.
Are you aware of the player?
I'm gonna have to report Bistork if he throws down a proxy like Templar Archives and a Dark Shrine.
Are you aware of the player we're talking about here, Light? If Bistork is insane.
He's doing it. He's doing it. The Twilight Council's on the way. The Twilight Council. He's doing it. Oh god.
There's the gateway. Okay, there's the gateway for the quick warp in.
Oh god.
And this looks pretty normal if you're looking at it from MeomaikA's perspective.
Mate, what has MeomaikA seen? MeomaikA, he spotted the Stargate, he knows about the Void Ray, he hasn't seen the Twilight Council yet, and what's important is this probe is here if he wants to throw down a proxy Dark Shrine. Oh my god.
Waiting for it. Okay, he's actually getting Glaive, but he can also get a Dark Shrine. He has money for it. I'm looking at that probe on the mini-map. It is staying stationary.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
He's just chilling.
That he is. But you know what? That's still a pretty decent reinforcement point. It is a little bit far off, but a lot closer than otherwise.
Yeah, we'll see what we have here. Okay, MeomaikA, he's going straight into Hydras. This is scary. That means there aren't going to be any roaches to defend, only lings and queens, which isn't necessarily ideal against adepts, unless MeomaikA is able to like catch them before there are too many of them and, you know, get them in like small fragments and get surrounds, then he'll be okay, but this is kind of scary for MeomaikA.
Yeah, Hydras can definitely go toe-to-toe with adepts in low numbers, but once you start getting even on the supply, once you even start getting higher in that supply, remember, adepts are a little bit cheaper than Hydralisks are. That's where it gets really terrifying for the Zerg player.
Speaking of, I'm honestly surprised. Like, there's barely any units here to defend for Bistork, and these lings are going to force a cancel on the third.
Unless they get a kill. Forces a cancel. Nicely done.
Yeah, it does force a cancel. As you said, nicely done there by MeomaikA. Bistork, he just hasn't really focused too much on his adept production. He does have a massive wave here. There we go. They're warped in across the map. Not at home to defend.
Oh, you're gonna cancel. Oh, okay, he does cancel it. Oof. That probe is still stationary, by the way.
It is. It's just chilling, mate.
As these adepts are trying to get damage done. Good denial on the surface area for the Zerglings, but he is starting to bleed out his adepts, a lot of them actually. And now the adepts or the Hydras rather, are really starting to come into play. And Musculamus is switching up light. The tables are turning. They're turning so fast, it might as well be a vital record. Yeah,
the problem is that we're on Nightshade, so the rush distance is pretty small, and even though Bistork is aware of what's coming his way, I think his response is a little bit too late. Like, he's trying to get Disruptors out. Like, he's working on a robotic spade. Whether it's Disruptors or Colossus would honestly be pretty good here in this situation, but he needs time, and MeomaikA actually turns around to defend against Adepts.
All right, this is a little bit of breathing room that Bistork is buying himself. And because MeomaikA isn't aware how dedicated Bistork's going to be here, he is taking this a little bit more seriously.
Oh my god.
Maybe waiting for Groove Spines to finish up. He's actually going into Lurkers. What have we been saying, Light? There needs to be Lurkers, and MeomaikA is actually aware of the proxy now.
I think this is the first time I've seen MeomaikA go for Lurkers.
Maybe. Now I think about
it. I'm trying to like go through my memory bank, and I don't think I've seen MeomaikA use Lurkers before, so I don't really know what to expect here.
I think he went Lurkers in ZvP a couple of times, like in ANZ champs. But
maybe?
Yeah. It's pretty rare for MeomaikA to go into the Lurker phase. He is very much a lair boy. He likes to try to end the game on lair tech. Well, I guess the Lurker Den is technically lair tech, but the upgrades aren't, so.
Yeah, we'll see how he does here. Colossus are on the way. The first one already does come out. Bistork, he's trying to establish a third base, but MeomaikA sees that. He's not going to let him. 7 Lurkers on the way, mate.
Definitely what you want against Colossus. Now, these Colossus will outrange the Lurkers, especially with that thermal edge, but if we get to the Hive stage, then this is going to be looking terrifying for Bistork.
Definitely. What's important, though, is that because there aren't any Roaches or Ravagers, like, Force Fields are going to do so well for Bistork, and they're going to buy him a lot of time, as long as his Force Fields are on point. The Lurkers, they get up the ramp, though. Oh, no. Oh, no!
And they get right on top of the army, pinning it into a corner. Beautiful Force Fields, though. The Lurkers are just out of range of the Colossus, but they completely shred the Adept buffer. And with that, this Colossus has run out of room to kite far away from shield battery range, and the Zealots are suicidal.
There's no detection, mate. There's no detection. Oh god, he's trying to chrono out an observer right now as we speak, but it is too little too late. The first Colossus has already fallen. These Lurkers are going to make short work of all these shield batteries, and MeomaikA, we were concerned about him, but we didn't need to, because, mate, he is looking to move on to the finals.
There's a universe where Bistork is a champion. It is not this one. MeomaikA has restored balance, so to speak. It was definitely the run of Bistork's life. One of the best finishes for him in quite some time. Taking out the likes of Starduck, almost taking out, having a very close series against both MeomaikA and Gogo Joey. But in the end, what was not meant to be MeomaikA. He has been shipping. He is a little tired, but he's back at it, and he is back in this grand finals that we are so used to.
Exactly. Hi. I was so worried. Jesus Christ. GG, well played. And I love it. So I just messaged MeomaikA and I'm like, mate, I was worried for you. And he's like, it's okay. Papa Logan has arrived. I got my power back. I checked. Lord Logan just boosted the Maturino. Massive shout out to Lord Logan. It is because of him that MeomaikA was able to pull himself together and actually come back in that series and make it back into the finals.
I worry about one day when Lord Logan just isn't there that 1 week. MeomaikA's just gonna be super depressed.
Yeah, the one we almost had it. We almost had it this week, mate. But massive shout out to Lord Logan for boosting the prize pool by 35 USD. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the support, as always. And so does MeomaikA. He needed you, mate. He needed Papa Logan.
MeomaikA and Gogo Joey both, who are looking to both of them will get a payout, but who's gonna get the larger payout? You too, by the way, can also boost that Maturino prize pool. I do believe we have a couple of codes left. Exclamation mark Maturino in the chat. Use the coupon code GPO64 to add $1 to the prize pool at no cost of your own. We are going to be going on to a quick little 5-minute break, showing some duct tapes of time gone by, and then we're going to go into our grand finals.
That we will. We will see you soon.